So I thought I'd come down to the west side of the park today. I don't know how a t-shirt got up there in that tree, but whatever. Hasn't been that windy here. It's a beautiful day in the Northwest. We've had 3 days so far. Just amazing weather. 76 yesterday. Global warming. Yeah, right. Wednesday, it's supposed to cool down and rain, so figured I'd come down here to the river because I haven't been here for a while. But thanks for watching and listening to me ramble. I was watching this morning. I was watching on C-SPAN. If you have, just go check it out if you can. Just go to their website. But it was had to wait for that truck to go by. But go watch the Supreme Court arguments today. It's Murthy versus Missouri, and it's talking about the government getting involved with the, pressuring social media companies to basically restrict the First Amendment. So, pretty interesting. Of course, the liberals were doing what they do. It's not that long. It's like an hour and a half or something like that, but I'm not a lawyer, but from what I saw, I think it's going to be a split decision, 5-4 against the government. But who knows? I'm not a lawyer. You never know what these people are going to do. And I'm a constitutionalist, pure. If you think you can restrict, especially the Bill of Rights, the government can restrict that, that's just total bullshit, man. What rights do we have? And the liberals want to ban or stack the Supreme Court. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? And this really pisses me off. Graffiti on a table here at the park. Frickin' asshole young kids. This is a little bit more challenging than the other side of the park, the east side. It's all beach and rocks. Not so much here. But I don't know, anybody paying attention? I think everybody should pay attention to what's going on in the Supreme Court. Yeah, we won't get a decision for a long time, but, until June or whatever, whenever they decide to release it. Oh, wow, they took out I think this is where they had the bench that kind of fell into the river. Interesting. I know you use that word a lot, but whatever. I really didn't have anything to say today other than, hey, I'm going for a hike and throw my opinion out there. So, but I mean, do you believe in the Constitution or don't you? Are you a purist? Or do you think it's a living document. I guess you could argue it's kind of a living document where, you can make amendments to it, which is the way, if you want, I'm anti-abortion, if you didn't know already. But, if you want to make abortion a constitutional right, get involved. Get a constitutional amendment together. I've said before, I was in the Convention of States, really heavily involved. District captain, unfortunately, in Oregon, it was almost impossible to get anybody involved because everybody thinks, oh, there's nothing we can do, it's the government. Well, people have more power than they think. So just need to be informing yourself. Not on Facebook, not on this. Go to Congress.gov. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Congress.gov, other government websites, and see what the hell is going on. I mean, it's like I've been dealing with the VA now, and I talked to a veteran the other day at a church group, and he's got 20% disability, but it took him forever to get it because he was injured in the Army. I think he was a year behind me being an Army soldier, but he got pretty messed up, and I got messed up too. I had a truck almost kill me. And people don't think about that shit. That even if you're not in combat, you're still in harm's danger, right? And I don't know if I want to go there, but I guess I will. All our trucks were deadlined, and for you military people, you know what that means. And the reason why I got hurt was, which I've never claimed because I was young and suck it up, buttercup, is because I didn't make a claim. Nobody told me I could while I was in the Army. And of course, when I out-processed in Germany and at Fort Dix, they never told us we were eligible for the VA. So, and I think the VA's gotten worse since Biden's got in. I had to wait, was it 7 months to transfer from Salem to Vancouver. I don't know, I'm just ranting here, I guess. And I didn't sign up for VA stuff until, 2.5 years ago. And it was lucky for me, one of my Navy buddies said, nah, just do it, man. I'm like, I didn't deserve it. I wasn't in war. And my dad's, telling me to contact the VFW. And I'm like, well, I'm not a veteran of foreign wars. Yeah, I served in Germany in the Cold War, but I don't know, a lot of things to think about. I don't want to take anything from the government that I don't think I deserve. So, all you people want government assistance, yeah, I got my opinion about you, but I'm not going to say it. Because 54 years, I've never taken any money from the government other than VA health care and a VA home loan. That's it. So, oh wow, it's dry. Can walk. So I guess the river's gone down a little bit. But everything's starting to bud now. It's really awesome. Especially the weeds. The last 2 days I've been picking weeds and picking them up and trimming some of the trees on the property. So up here in the Northwest, you got to get shit done when the weather's nice. No screwing around, you just get it done. But I mean, it's just amazing. The other day I was driving back from errands, and you can see Mount St. Helens from where I'm at. And it was just beautiful. All the snow's still up there. Can't beat it. I kind of wonder, I can't remember it, but we came back up here when I was like, well, I mean, let's just say it was before Mount St. Helens blew. So I don't remember the mountain before it blew because it's got a chopped top to it because, 1,400 feet blew out of the mountain. So it's kind of flat. Ramble on. Sing my song. That's pretty sad. I have to reference a Led Zeppelin song. But it's just absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, people are going to say those are chemtrails, which you're not. And we luckily live by the local VOR, and if you don't know what that is, go look it up. So we get a lot of traffic overhead, and I'm always trying to figure out what kind of plane is flying over, and I'd say 90% of the time I get it right. And what do you guys think about what's going on with Boeing and their quality control? Holy crap. There was a flight from California to Medford, which is Southern Oregon. I found out I think it was yesterday, some kind of panel on the aircraft blew off mid-flight. But there's been so many incidents with Boeing lately. I mean, to be honestly, I haven't flown since 2013. Not that I'm afraid of flying or anything. I love it. But what do you guys think about the Boeing crap that's going on? And I don't want to say, but a family member who's a pilot was taxiing out to the runway when down in Houston, when that wheel fell off I think it was a Boeing 777, and they got delayed half an hour from takeoff, for takeoff. So we got to wait for the accident report. I'm not going to make a prejudged decision on what happened there, but it's just weird. There's so much stuff going on in the aviation world, and if you didn't know it, I follow it. That's kind of why I left the Army. There's an airplane. Looks like a Piper Cub or something. I can't really see that far. But it's kind of why I left the Army, because I wanted to be like my dad and be a warrant officer and fly helicopters and aircraft. And they just kept refusing me after I passed all the tests. Yeah, there's some contrails there, but it's not chemtrails, it's contrails. There's one going towards Seattle. That one's flying south. Who knows where it's going? It's too high to be going into Portland. But it's actually really nice since the weather's been so good to see kids outside, dogs outside, not dealing with the frickin' rain we get during the wintertime. Yeah, that sucker's, I don't know, probably 525 knots, maybe a little less. Maybe going to LA. I mean, because that's got to be 30,000 feet or higher. Huh. Morning, ma'am. How are you?
Very good, yourself?
Yeah, I'm just hiking. Oh, there's some puppy dogs. There's a whole bunch of them. Maybe I should start a dog walking business. One of my relatives is, well, semi-relative does dog walking. Makes a pretty good living at it with all the tips and everything people give you. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 puppy dogs. And if you don't know, I love puppy dogs. I miss my buddy Remo for sure. Yeah, a golden retriever, 2 yellow, there's 3 yellow labs and 2 golden retrievers. So that's awesome. Oh. I'm definitely not a cat person. Dogs all the way. Okay, enough rambling, but yeah, there's another jet up, probably 35,000 or above. And it's a lot colder right now. It's 46 degrees here, but it's colder way up in elevation, so it's condensation, people. It's not chemtrails. I'm sure my brother's an airline pilot. He would know if they're spreading chemicals. And my dad was an airline pilot, so yeah. I'm going to offend those chemtrail people. And I know who they are that I know. It's basic physics and science. But what do you guys think about the Constitution? Are you a purist, or are you hey, we can change the Constitution just by, Supreme Court telling me, or, I don't know. I'm a purist. What is wrong with shall not be infringed? What's not clear about that? Or the First Amendment? Or the Third Amendment? I mean, if you think the Constitution, can change willy-nilly by the government, well, I mean, Congress can do it, but it's got to be approved by 2/3 of the states. Do you want to house troops in your home? Third Amendment? Do you want to not give or do you want to give the government your papers? And that's what I'm just, when you get say you get pulled over by a cop, theoretically, the Fourth Amendment says you don't have to give the government your personal papers. We've let this shit get out of control. And it's amazing how people are so stupid. They don't go back and read the Federalist Papers. What was going on during the time the Constitution was written and why they wrote it. Yeah, times change. Sure. But if we start bending the Constitution, then what? Do we really have a Constitution? I'm just saying. Think about it, people. Think about it. What did my grandpa say? He's no longer with us, but chew on that for a while. And actually at Bible group the other night, we were talking about, hey, just listen. And I think people should listen before they form an opinion. Look at different sources. Go read our founding documents. Holy crap. But people are too freaking lazy. They're too busy paying their taxes. And I was thinking about this today. In Article 2, it says Congress has, the right to raise revenue. And, but then the Second Amendment decision that was made, 2 years ago, that says history, text, and tradition. Well, we didn't have an income tax. by the federal government in 1791. So why are we paying taxes? Just throwing that out there. Think, people. Think. Form your own opinion. I'm not trying to lead you one way or another, but think. Don't go along with MSNBC, Fox, CNN, even Newsmax. I mean, I'm getting really tired of Newsmax. Because all they do is, they're all just pro-Trump. And it's like, yeah, I got my own opinion about Trump. I've said many times, do I like his personality? No. But what he did for our country, was it good? I'd say hell yeah. And you don't have to like a person to support them. You got to go by their actions. Which I think people are just, even some conservatives get a little bit emotional on stuff. And it's like, no. There was something that was being ratified in 1791. Look to that. But you may have, may have your own, opinion, but which I respect. But holy crap, man, come on. We're going to lose this country, in my opinion, if people don't go back to the reasons why the Article of Confederations, which a lot of people don't even know what the hell is, failed, and then they wrote the Constitution. And what do they start doing? The federal government, power, money, they started altering it or making, whether it be the Supreme Court or, in the 1800s, how many people, living on a farm could afford to make a lawsuit against a law? Probably about zero. But it's amazing to me that the liberals are, they want to either stack the court or they want to, get rid of the Supreme Court, which I don't agree with totally. No way. They said that's totalitarianism. Go back and, read what happened with, Napoleon. You can go back in history and look at all kinds of stuff. Napoleon, Hitler, Mussolini, other, states. I know I said it, but look what's going on in Haiti. What a shithole country that is. Okay, enough rant, but just look at this beauty. It is absolutely amazing today. And once again, I was going to go down to the other park that I go to every once in a while because I didn't want to pay $3 to the state to get into the park. This one's free. What if we had a tax revolt? What would the government do? Just asking a question here. Am I anti-government? No. Am I limiting the government to what's in the Constitution? 140% or more. 1,000%, let's say that. You guys got to think, man. Think. Inform yourself. Don't be so busy that you can't look into stuff, because otherwise you're going to, agree with something that the federal government's putting out or social media or something like that. And you're going to side on the wrong side of the Constitution. Just my opinion. Just my opinion, which is, I thought, what free speech was about. And all these restrictions on the First Amendment, and everybody says, oh, it's separation of church and state. I don't read that in the Constitution. Thomas Jefferson said that when he was president. That was his opinion, but it was taken for gospel. Think about that for a while. Go research it. But no, I'm not saying everybody, but majority of people are too freaking lazy to go look this shit up. And if I'm too harsh, am I apologetic? No. Because it's my right. And if YouTube takes us down, you think I give a shit? You'd be wrong. Yep, there goes another dump truck. I mean, that water is so clear in certain spots, it's amazing. But I don't know what I'm going to call this video once I get done with it and upload it. Because being hard with people just doesn't work, I guess. But I mean, I could be covering, the grid, which other people do that. They cover, the power grid and stuff, which I watch, sometimes. See what they're doing with that, but I don't know, I've always been a constitutionalist. And if you're not, then you're kind of the problem. What do they do? I can't understand all these damn, what is it? IMHO. Whatever. I don't play that game, man. And my pronouns are liberty and freedom. Or Mr. If you don't like it, piss off. I'm sure this one's going to go over well, but I don't give a flying flip. I'm trying to watch my mouth from my mom. I just can't wait until the river goes down more and I can get out toward those rocks in the summer. And that part out there, I can see the rocks out there. That's probably maybe 3 feet out there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, guys, take care. Peace out. And go learn your Constitution. God bless.